gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome yourself to another episode of the Blind Counter Podcast. I am your host with the most, the Offset, aka Big Bob here, and I'm joined here today with my co-host and executive producer himself, Mr. AKIIRA AMANE, and our returning guest himself, Mr. Bambi underscore 63. How we doing today, gentlemen? How we feeling?
Absolutely amazing. Big Bam, he's here. He's permanent. He's staying.
Yeah, okay.
We like that.
They got me trapped, tied down. I'm not leaving.
So we've
He's
got
on the show.
So we've got ourselves, in addition to the Blind Counter Podcast here, an additional co-host, the trio. Mr. Bambi underscore 63 is now joining us for the time being, hopefully forever, but we'll see if his schedules can continue to line up with ours here, but we'll continue to have him on as a regular guest. But as far as this past week, man, how y'all been up to? What y'all been up to? How's everything going before we get into everything?
Go ahead, Big Bambalam.
Been fantastic. Been a little busy with school and work, but besides that, doing great. Just finished a series of some great matches, finishing off our Major 1 qualifiers. Excited for what Major 1 has to offer. But excited to have this upcoming weekend off. Just got a little school tomorrow, work Thursday, Friday, and then we're ready for those matches in Madrid.
Okay, we like that. What about you, Mr. Money? What you been up to this past week?
Nice, man. Everything it seems like, but we're good now. Got caught up. Work's been something else. They got me going crazy, but learning a lot for, apply it elsewhere, to the podcast, to anything we do video-wise. It's been good, but busy. Nothing like the boy Offset right here. Where you been at, bro?
Bruh. I've been in Cancun for the past 5 days, dude. So the GF had a work trip, so all paid for, all inclusive. So I went down there and ate and drank everything I could, dude. I came back sunburnt and about 15 pounds heavier, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Now it's time for season 2.
Just in time for season 2. I literally got back this morning, or this afternoon. So
crazy.
I'm hurting, bro. I'm hurting.
I love it. I'm glad you got to go, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So I got some catching up to do for the CDL and whatnot. So we can just jump right into the matches here and talk about it if you guys are up for it here. So I'm going to switch over to the desktop version and get right into the matches here from this past weekend. So we had 3 matches for each day. The first one was the Carolina Royal Ravens versus the Vancouver Surge, and this was a 3-2 victory for the Vancouver Surge here. They took home map 1. Actually Carolina took home map 1. Surge took home map 2 and 3. Carolina rounded things out in a 2-2 on the Hardpoint Skyline, and then Surge coming out victorious in a map 5 round 11. On the protocol Search and Destroy. What you guys want to talk about on this series here?
Yeah, I thought Carolina was going to take it, to be honest, but this was a good way to start it off. I mean, it was kind of like a kind of keep it moving series to me, even though they were pretty decent teams. 04, he was actually doing his thing. It must have been later on in the weekend, but didn't he do the kill record or something like that?
Yeah, I think that was the next series.
The next time they played?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I thought Carolina was going to take this.
Yeah, 04, the only one positive on Vancouver Surge, and Gwen having an absolute masterclass, but wasn't able to get the dub there with a 1.4 plus 32 spread, 113 kills. And then Slasher and TJ both positive, but barely, and then Vivid dropping a little bit of a stinker, negative 15 with a 0.84. Abuza also neg 20, 0.8. So a little bit of a stinker out of the team on Surge, but they were coming out victorious there, and teamwork makes the dream work there, and that was a 3-2 victory for the Surge. Okay. Well, that's going to be it for that first match on Friday. Then we're going to go into the second series here. That's going to be the Miami Heretics versus the LA Thieves, and this was a surprising 3-2 victory for the LA Thieves. They took home map 1, Miami took 2, LA took 3, map 4 went to Miami, and rounding things out in a 6-2 fashion, LA Thieves take the Search and Destroy on Hacienda. Anything that you guys want to speak about on this series here?
Yeah, if I'm to start it off, I think this one was. You go into that map 2 and see that happen, you're worried for map 5 after that Hasi. I'm like, oh, ain't no way, bro. I thought LAT was going to come crazy, and they did at the end, so it was good.
Yeah. Very interesting to see LA Thieves starting to struggle here going towards the end of Major 1. I know they were riding on some high momentum as far as like the superstar roster that they got and whatnot. But yeah, so they're starting to start. Hopefully they'll start to pick things back up. But I know it's looking a little shaky here towards the land. But everyone on the Thieves is positive except for Envoy, neg 12. And everyone on the side of Miami is negative except for Lucky with a +3. Metals didn't have a good series this series. Neg 24 with a .7, so got Banana Slam there, but everyone else looking pretty decent there coming out of the LA Thieves camp. But that's going to round things out for the second match of Friday night, and then getting into the last series here, we've got Boston Breach versus Atlanta FaZe, and this was a DoorDash challenge for FaZe. Map 1, 2, and 3. Looks like they round things out in a 3-0 fashion on the control. Looks like FaZe is waking up here. Anything you want to speak about on this series here?
Big Bam, what'd you think?
FaZe look good. I mean, FaZe is looking better, especially after they won that minor tournament. Sounds like it feels like they're, getting their form back together. But, yeah, I mean, they just played well.
Yeah. Celium,
first map too,
+21. 19 for Simp and 11 for Draza, and Abizi having a little bit of a stinker there, but they came out victorious. He must have been the one that was filling in. But that was a surprising DoorDash challenge, but it's going to round things out there for the Atlanta FaZe on Friday night. Then going into Saturday morning, we had Vancouver Surge versus the Minnesota Rocker, and this went the distance as well in a 3-2 fashion going to the side of Vancouver Surge. Surge taking home map 1, Rocker taking home map 2, Surge on 3, Minnesota on 4, and rounding things out on a map 5, round 11, the Surge taking it home on a red card, Search and Destroy. Anything that you guys want to speak about on this series here?
Yeah, I watched this. This was an absolute bang out. Surge looked really well. 04 especially looked really good. And then as far as Rocker goes, I mean, everybody looks solid except Paul X, and I think he's the big question mark on that team. Which is really weird because you'll see him. He's putting the time in. He's usually playing eights a lot. I see that when I'm watching like Shotzi and Dashy stream and whatnot. But I mean, he looks like he's playing terrible. Like his stat lines are not good. But then again, he'll like turn around, make a clutch play in search or whatever. So then you kind of have second thoughts about him. But at the same time, results are results. But I mean, Vancouver Surge looked they looked pretty damn good. Clutched up in the round 11 last map. But yeah, they look pretty solid.
Yeah, and this was the series here that 04 broke the kill record with 138 kills. With a +25 spread here, absolutely going rogue, and Hixie again dropping an absolute stinker here, neg 29, and then Paul X, dude, Paul X neg 35, bro. Holy shit!
This will probably be the highest engagement match we'll ever see this year. I mean, maybe not, but I mean, it's insane. Like just to look at the kills and the deaths between everybody. Even if even if 04 has 138 kills, you don't expect him to have 113 deaths.
No.
And then Hixie having 93 kills, even if 122 deaths is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it across the board, I mean, everyone's breaking triple-digit kills or deaths. So, I mean, and just looking at the stat line across the maps as well, I mean, it looked like it went the distance every single map. So you can definitely filter in a lot of kills when it goes the distance on each map. So not surprising here, but a great matchup to continue to see Minnesota and Surge go head-to-head here. But that's going to round things out for that match there, and we're going to go into the second series here of Saturday. And this was the LA Gorilla Mates versus the Vegas Falcons, and this was a DoorDash challenge going to the LAG. Map 1 was a hardpoint skyline, map 2 search skyline, and then rounding things out on a control vault in a 3-1 fashion. Anything that you guys want to really speak about on this series here?
No, I mean, Falcons are a new team. It's going to be a little bit before they figure it out. They might not figure it out at all this year. They might not get a win this year. But they seem to come out hot in the hard points, and obviously that's been their big struggle is the respawns. Or actually, control, I believe they've won some controls, they won some searches, but hard points where they can't find their footing. And they came out at first, they ran it pretty tight in the hard point at first. But then LAG eventually just started running away with it, then beat him in the search, beat him in the control, which it's hard to be a resilient team when you're used to losing so often. So, to be expected.
Yeah, to be expected. And Falcons obviously coming into the scene here, not much experience in the CDL, so a lot of learning to be doing and a lot of losing to be had. So 0-7 for the series here, for this, I guess, the season here. But hopefully they'll get a dub here and turn things around. But we'll see here. But that's going to round things out for the Vegas Falcons and LAG. And then going into the last series of Saturday night was our Miami Heretics and the Carolina Royal Ravens, and this went the distance again in a 3-2 fashion. Reverse sweep for the Carolina Royal Ravens here. Miami take home map 1 and 2, and then Carolina reverse sweep them 3, 4, and 5, rounding things out in a 4-6 fashion on the Vault Search and Destroy. What you guys want to talk about on this series here?
We like that.
I watched this one as well. Miami looked dominant. They looked really good. Their hard point looks really solid. And, I mean, besides their loss to LAT in Search when they lost map 5, like, their Search has been really good lately. Like, they've been winning really consistently in Search. But I think the Hacienda control, they threw a little bit, and then kind of that's your swing mode. You start to throw momentum the other way a little bit. Carolina looks pretty damn good on Hossie hardpoint this year. So thus far, they get a pretty definitive win, and then, like we've seen before, when they lost map 4 against LAT, they turn around and in the search and destroy mode that they're so good at, they end up getting folded. So that's what happened. But yeah, I mean, ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. So
TJ
yeah,
going crazy, damn.
big series out of TJ, plus 28 spread with a .135. And everyone on the side of Miami is negative, except for Real with a +9 on .11. So great series out of the Carolina to come back on a full sweep against Miami, and they're going to continue to go in. And that's going to round things out there for Saturday night. And going into Sunday morning, we had the Boston Breach versus the Los Angeles Thieves, and this was a surprising 3-2 victory for the Boston Breach. Boston taking home maps 1 and 2, LA Thieves taking home 3 and 4, and Boston Breach rounding things out on a Search and Destroy Hacienda in a 63 fashion. What you guys want to speak about on this series here?
Let's
This
go
was a good
to
one,
map
bro.
number 2.
Map 2.
Snoopy having an absolute
Ooh.
dance.
Wow. 15 and 8.
He played absolutely phenomenal this series, especially in that map 2, going absolutely crazy, being a nuisance on the map. Boston Search and Destroy has been looking very, very solid, especially when you have players like Snoopy, like Purge, who's actually been stepping it up this year, making some plays, not being that, I mean, he's still being that IGL, but he's not playing that, passive role anymore. He's taking gunfights, he's winning them, they're playing well. They looked really good in the series. Unfortunately, lost the control in the protocol hardpoint, but ended up clutching it up in the map 5, which shows big resilience coming out of them after losing straight 2 maps in 3 and 4.
Yeah, and something to speak about as well. Looks like LA Thieves has a lot of talent, just not a lot of cohesion, teamwork if you will. And then Boston Breach on the opposite side, not a lot of talent, but a lot of cohesion and teamwork there. I mean, just looking at the kill spread here, we've got a -38, a .57 for the series out of Cami, and they still won in a 3-2 fashion, bro. Like,
That's
holy
crazy.
shit. Awakening's
shows
neg, Purge's
if you-
neg.
If you see a stat line like this, they had to win the searches. Like, if they won that series and you didn't see what maps were won, just seeing -38, -10, and -16 and only +19, like, they won the searches.
Yeah, so LA Thieves, man, this is one of those series that they're more leaning towards on the talent side than they are the strat side. So we'll see if they can clean things up going into the Major 1 here. But that's going to be a 3-2 fashion for the Boston Breach. And then the second series here was the FaZe Clan versus Cloud9 New York.
Yeah.
And we've got a 3-2 victory going towards the Atlanta FaZe here. FaZe taking home map 1, Cloud9 answering back on 2. FaZe answering on 3, Cloud9 evening things out in a very close vault hardpoint, and then FaZe rounding things out on a 6-4 vault search and destroy. What you guys want to speak about on this series here?
This was a good
Yeah.
one to watch. Definitely fun.
It
But
was. Go ahead, Amane.
no, I was just looking at the stats because I remember that hard point on map 4. They actually came back. I was like, oh shit, because they won the search, and even though it was close, but they could have done something. I was just you expect FaZe to win, but yeah, it was a good one to watch.
Hell yeah.
I
So
think
yeah,
it's-
go ahead.
Nope. I think it's impressive after losing the map one so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back, especially playing a good FaZe Search team who's been looking hot in their last couple matches, playing them on a search and destroy, taking it round 11 and still having the ice is huge. And then obviously the huge hardpoint comeback. I believe they were down by like 80, 90, something like that.
It was like last 2 hills, right? They
Yeah,
came.
yeah, they went crazy. And then the search and destroy, even at the end, was a bang out. I believe they were down 4-2, came back, won two rounds in a row, attached at a crazy 3-piece nade with the cars. That was
Oh
pretty
yeah.
insane. Tied it up at 4-4, and then FaZe just clutched up last 2 rounds, won at 6-4. So, I mean, it was pretty damn close.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big series out of Celium with a plus 33, 1.43. And everyone on the side of New York is negative except for Mac. He just barely went positive with a 1.0, 97, and 97 for the series. But attach, neg 21. Hate to see it, but yeah, close games here, but wasn't able to come out victorious. And that's going to be a dub for the Atlanta FaZe. And then going into the last match of the Sunday night, we had the Toronto Ultra versus the OpTic Texas Squabble, and this was a 3-1 victory for the OpTic Texas here. OpTic took home maps 1 and 2. Ultra answered back on the map 3 Vault Control, and then ending things out in a 250 to 156 search protocol hardpoint on map 4. What you guys got to speak about on this series here?
Somebody give Hook a first class ticket to belt to ass. He was putting it on him. Playing
Yeah.
absolutely lights out, cutting spawns where he needed to, being a nuisance. Him and Chauncey making things happen, but he really stepped up this series. Chauncey didn't have a lackluster performance, but in some maps he wasn't performing how he usually performs as far as being that guy. But Hook stepped up and played absolutely phenomenal. Him and Chauncey, I believe, combined were 22 and 6 or something like that. You can check in the search. They played 20 and 9. Okay. But I mean, they played absolutely phenomenal in the search and destroy, just being nuisances on the map. And I mean, in the map 1, I think they got a pretty good lead. Toronto started coming back, and then OpTic ran with it. And then the protocol hardpoint in map 4 was just a slaughter fest. OpTic playing absolutely phenomenal when they needed to.
Yeah, Hugh
Securing up the
going
1 seed.
absolutely crazy this series here with the plus 27.1.37 spread here. Everyone on the side of OpTic is positive, and everyone on the side of Toronto is negative, except for Kleenex. He's the only one that has a 1.02. But Joe Deceives, neg 15, Insight, neg 19, Beans, neg 14. So, yeah, definitely a masterclass out of OpTic here, and this was a good one because Toronto, this was their first loss. Coming from OpTic, so definitely a good momentum going into the LAN tournament and qualifying for what first seed for OpTic now.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
All right, so that's going to round things out there, and we're going to move into the LAN tournament now. So we've got LAN time, and here is the standings going into the LAN tournament here in Madrid. So we've got OpTic at first, Toronto at second, Boston surprisingly at third, Carolina's at fourth, LA Thieves is at fifth, Atlanta FaZe is at sixth, Vancouver Surge at seventh, Miami at eighth, LAG at ninth, Rocker at 10th, Cloud9 New York at 11th, and at dead last with not a single win underneath their belt. We've got the Vegas Falcons. Looking at the standings here, is there anything that sticks out to you guys or is surprising to you guys?
It's actually okay at the moment. I mean, and the way you just looking at it now, if like a year ago, you'd be like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But
Yeah.
The Falcons, I know Clay got his head in his hands, bro. Like, that has to suck.
He's got his hands on his knees, dude.
In the
I would
Walmart.
say, like, looking at this, there's a bigger skill gap. Actually, I thought there's a good skill gap between some of the teams. Between like maybe you say the top 6 and bottom 6 or like whatever, or top 8, bottom 4. But I think Vancouver, sorry, not Seattle, Vancouver. I don't think. I mean, I could say Miami's better than them. I think Rocker might be better than them. But then it's all a toss up. But like I think this year we're really seeing some action because even though we're not seeing teams who are consistently beating like the top 2, 3 teams, like even though we're not seeing like actually I don't even know like even though Boston's not consistently beating all those teams and Toronto's not consistently beating all those teams, like we have more teams this year that can hang and can have those upsets and can really put on a show, which I think is really entertaining for when it comes to these LAN tournaments and entertainment value.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I
So
do like
yeah,
how it's lined up currently, though, going into it.
Oh,
yeah.
these just thinking OpTic versus Miami first round, Toronto versus Vancouver, Boston versus. We got it here, folks.
So right now we're gonna pull up the official. Whoa,
GG.
where'd it go?
I think you
You
X'd it out.
behind?
Didn't mean to do that.
Was it behind?
What's going on? Guess I'll just do this. All right, so we've got the official bracket here, ladies and gentlemen. So we got the winners round and then the elimination round. So here is the official bracket going into the LAN tournament here, and we're gonna do some predictions here. So I wish I had a piece of paper handy. I do. Now, do I have a pen or pencil? I should.
The working man got the pen.
We're going through the whole thing.
We are. All right, so going into round one, winners round one, we have OpTic Texas versus Miami Heretics. Who's going to be taking that one?
OpTic.
OpTic all the way for that one. Okay. And then next up, we'll have Royal Ravens versus LA Thieves. Who's going to be winning that one?
I'm gonna go LA.
I'm gonna go LA just because of their team on land. But I think if Carolina wins, it's not really that big of an upset. But I'm gonna say LA.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll say that as well. Okay, so then next we have Surge versus Ultra. Who's going to be winning that one?
Ultra.
Absolutely.
Pick the Ultra.
Absolutely. Bringing Surge down into loser's bracket. Okay. And then we have Breach versus FaZe. Who's going to be bringing that one home?
FaZe. I think Breach might make it dicey, but I mean, with players like Cammy, Awakening, I don't think, and Purge. I mean, I just don't think they're gonna put it on land like they have online. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they make it a little mixy, but I got FaZe. FaZe has been looking strong, very strong.
Yeah, I agree. FaZe has been looking pretty good here towards the tail end of the split. Okay, so going into elimination round one, we've got Miami versus LAG. Who's taking that one?
I got Miami.
Yeah, I got Miami too.
Absolutely. So LAG will be going home winless, and then Miami will be advancing there. Then we have Falcons versus Carolina. Who'll be taking that one?
Unpopular opinion, I think that Carolina is going to absolutely dog the shit out of them.
I'm going Falcons. Nah. Carolina.
Great.
Yeah.
Carolina as well. Okay. And then we have Surge versus Rocker.
I'm gonna. Rocker is.
I'm gonna go Surge.
Paul X's team.
Yeah, Paul X and them.
Versus 04.
Yeah.
On LAN. I'm gonna say Rocker.
Again, I'm blanking. It's Paul X.
Estriel.
Estriel.
Geo.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I'm gonna go Rocker.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rocker as well. I like Rocker.
Shit.
Okay. And then last up, we have Cloud9 versus Boston.
I'm going Boston.
I'm gonna take Cloud9.
So here's
It's
the
up to you,
thing,
Bob.
man. This is a coin flip for sure.
Think
Yeah.
land.
Think land. I'm thinking.
Miami.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. Because we got Snoopy, Cammy, Awakening, and Purge versus Attach, Mac, Kremp,
And Civ.
and Sib.
I mean, it's one thing to play it's one thing to play a
Fuck.
team. It's one thing to play a
I'm
team.
gonna say
and just lose.
C9. I'm gonna say C9
There it
because
is.
of
Thank
Sib.
you.
Because of Sib.
Thank you. And I think it's one thing to lose to a team and then like be prepared and be warmed up and go fry. But I think whenever Breach plays FaZe and gets absolutely just dismantled, I think it puts them in a different headspace. I don't think they're ready for what Attach just got ready for them.
Okay. So then going back up into winners bracket, we've got OpTic versus LA Thieves in winners round 2. Who's taking that one?
I got OpTic. I think Heretics is a good series to get everybody set in, get everybody comfortable. And I think Hook's going to have a little nerves in that first series just because everybody's anticipating for him to be worse on LAN than he is online. That's just because how he's been in the past. But I think they'll get comfortable, and I think that they're going to beat the LA Thieves.
Absolutely, I will
I'm with it.
agree
I'm with it.
there. I will agree there. All right, then the second winners round 2 matchup is Toronto versus Atlanta. Who's taking that one?
We're taking Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Okie dokie. All right. So then that brings forward, we've got Atlanta versus OpTic. Okay. Then dropping down into, let's see here. There.
Does a loser's bracket flip at any point?
I think it does after round 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So then we'll have what is it?
You just want to say who he thinks is going to make it out?
I'm trying to think on how this might work now. Because we'll have so we'll have what, LA Thieves versus Miami, and then Carolina versus Toronto, and Rocker versus C9. I'm confused here. I'm not sure how this bracket works.
I just think it's going to be OpTic FaZe Grand Final.
What did I do wrong?
Sneak peek.
Okay, so what? Rocker and Cloud9. Who wins that matchup?
I'm going to go Rocker.
Cloud9.
Yeah, I'm also going to go Cloud9. Okay, and then, what was it? Make any fucking sense,
Should
dude.
be a fun one. Dun, dun,
I'm
dun.
hurting. Anyhow, all right, so then we'll go to grand finals here. So let's see here. So
Yes, sir.
So we've got Toronto and we've got LA Thieves dropping in the losers. So who's going to be winning versus Atlanta versus LA Thieves?
I'm going to go...
Wait, what is
I think
this?
I'm going to
Oh,
go
no,
FaZe.
dude.
This?
I'm not sure this bracket's not working the way I want it to
I'm
work.
confused how LA's playing FaZe.
I'm just confused on how the rest of the bracket works, to be honest, dude, because it's giving me an odd number now.
If you want my predictions, this is my predictions. This is how it's been the last couple of years, and this is what I'll say. I think if FaZe gets beat by
Can I
either
open this in
Breach,
Paint?
I think if FaZe gets beat by either Breach or Ultra, I think OpTic will win the tournament. I think that if FaZe holds and OpTic progresses through, I think FaZe could possibly beat them, send them to losers. Then OpTic comes out of losers back to the grand final to rematch. But I think if FaZe loses, I think OpTic will absolutely body slam anyone in their path and they will win the tournament. But I think if FaZe is still in it, it's anybody's game. It's either FaZe or OpTic. That's my final prediction. I don't know why Nate Shot's on Twitter and on Twitch saying things like, this major could be good for LA Thieves. They're going to get fucking slammed. Thank you.
That is the Bambi talk. I agree, though. I mean, I think it's going to be FaZe and OpTic, and with Bobby doing his thing right here, we'll figure out how we're getting there. But I do, I mean,
Ladies and
OpTic's
gentlemen,
just,
welcome back to Art Class. Here we are with the host with the most, Mr. Offset.
we're finger painting on the computer.
Someone's gotta do it.
LA. Yeah. Hey, this is working. Yes, sir.
And what, Breach was down here. And
I'll be walking over to Bobby's desk at Horizon. He'd be doing some shit.
okay, so now we got it now. All right, so we've got Miami versus
Hell yeah.
Carolina. Who's winning that one?
Just write the M or the C, that makes it easier.
I'm going Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carolina.
And then we got Boston versus C9.
Y'all hit C9 on that one, right?
Yeah. Okay. C9 and Carolina.
All right, so I think OpTic's going to beat LAT.
Yeah,
there.
I think LAT loses.
Drops down into here. And then
Toronto drops down.
Toronto drops down.
And then we think it's LAT versus Carolina down low. Oh, shit.
All right, and then LAT versus
And
C9.
Carolina. Oh, yeah.
And then Carolina versus Toronto.
Yeah,
You think Carolina's
Carolina.
winning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of like that. Okay, and then Carolina versus Thieves. Carolina versus
Carolina.
Thieves. Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina. Do you not know LAT's ass?
Bambi's on the LAT ass train right now.
I mean,
Carolina's
I
not
want
that
Carolina to win. Don't get me wrong, but I
Carolina's
think
not that
Atlanta.
bad.
Yeah, but
Carolina was like a top team for a little bit. They just have had some struggles recently.
it is land. It is
But
land.
LAT's had a lot of struggles recently.
They do have Slasher.
Okay, all
They
right.
do have
Fine.
Slasher.
Fine, we'll move
On
Carolina forward here to Elimination Finals. Then we have OTX versus ATL. Who's winning the winners finals?
I think
I
OpTic
think-
loses, and then I think
Yes.
OpTic comes back and plays them in the grand final.
And learns their game and beats them in the grand final.
Now, I'm going to be honest, I hope we're wrong, and I
Yeah.
hope that FaZe loses before the winners final, and then I think they're out. I think it's really... I don't think FaZe is a loser's bracket team. I think if FaZe gets hit, man, they get knocked out. Bad.
So you think Carolina's getting knocked out here?
I think the cleanest way for OpTic to win is for FaZe to get knocked out. But I think OpTic could win. I think OpTic win.
4-2?
I think if they go this way, at least with what we're looking at, is like I always think, like say OpTic does make the run and they're just like sitting there waiting for the grand finals. That always doesn't like work in their favor. So if they keep coming in hot through losers, I feel like after learning and playing ATL once, it'll be a good thing. But like you said, I hope that doesn't happen at all.
I gotta take a potty break. Sorry, boys. BRB.
Oh, good.
There he goes, double pistol.
But that's going to be the, looks like our predictions here for the Major 1 tournament going into Madrid here in 2025 season. So we've got OpTic taking it all the way in a
4-2,
4-2 fashion against Atlanta in grand finals here. So let's hope that we come out correct here. Hoping that Carolina comes out. Dude, I kind of there's a world where I kind of want Carolina to win against OpTic in elimination finals, and then goes to Carolina and Atlanta in grand finals, and then Carolina winning. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. But
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't be mad at it at all. I love Carolina. I love a good underdog story. And obviously we got to represent that home state.
Yes,
home
sir.
state.
And they're looking good. I mean, you can't knock them.
Yeah, and TJ's playing pretty good, and Gwen. I like that.
They do have Gwen.
Yeah. Okay.
He does play good on land too, I think.
Absolutely.
I always thought Gwen did.
Absolutely. But then breaking here, we also have Major 4 confirmed as a part of this year's DreamHack Dallas event. So it'll be there at the K. Bailey Hutchinson Center May 23rd through the 25th. So it'll be with DreamHack. So exciting stuff there in Dallas, Texas for Major 4. What that looks like is a new Challengers bracket is opening up here. So Major 2, 3, and 4 will all host Challenger Land in 2025. So I know here recently there was some hoopla going around where the Challengers wasn't being supported in the way that they should be. And I think now that this season 2 and after the holiday break, they've kind of revamped everything and made everything going towards Challengers and whatnot. So we will have Challenger events at Major 2, 3, and 4 this year. Also, Major 4 at DreamHack Dallas will also feature a open LAN tournament there for the Challengers team as well. So this is going to be a massive W for Challengers. Grateful to see some of the guys in the events. So yeah, we've got a huge rehaul for Challengers going in to 2025, thank God.
That DreamHack event kind of seems pretty cool. I was thinking like, but because there was that talks of the ATL. When was that? Was it last year or 2 years ago? ATL DreamHack.
Yeah.
For one of the events, and I mean, I was, that might have been one I would have hit for real in Atlanta, but yeah, this is great news. But it is weird how you have to get the whole community to peer pressure the one who made the game to support one of the pillars on your logo. Like, it's insane to me, but hey, insane. Whatever it takes. This is coming from that Saudi money.
Absolutely. And just kind of going into some more details here. So Challenger Open, so the prize pool here for Challengers is $100,000. So first place will get 40 grand. Second will get 24. Third will get 16. Fourth will get 8. Fifth and sixth, 4 grand, and seventh and eighth, 2 grand. And then Challenger point distribution. So for first place, you'll get 2,500 points. Second, 20,000. Third, 17, and so on and so forth. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff there. Looks like a lot of cool things coming in for Challenger Esports World Cup as well. So we'll see what that looks like, and a $1.8 million prize pool for Challengers there. So that's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff there.
Nice.
But that's going to round things out here for the CDL, and then we're going to go into some Season 2 updates. So that's exciting stuff here. So we've got Season 2 dropping today of this recording here, and that'll be the day after when this drops on YouTube here. But we've got the whole roadmap here, so let's talk about it. We've got 5 new maps coming into play, some new game modes, zombies updates, we've got new weapons, all kinds of cool stuff here. So yeah, man, what are your guys' overall thoughts on this roadmap for Season 2?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's pretty
great.
looks.
Welcome to Season 2. We're offering new multiplayer maps. We're offering grind 6v6. We're offering a new perk. We're offering new kill streaks. We're offering new guns consisting of the PPSH, the Cypher 091, the Fang 82, as well as the TR2 Marksman Rifle, as well as zombies. We are opening it up with the new map, The Tomb. What's also dropping? New Gobblegums. Absolutely great experience here. We got cross-play destabilization enabled here in Season 2 rank play, which I'm sure we'll get into a little bit. Changing the game, changing it up. We got new guns, new streaks, new maps, new everything. It's a new season, and Call of Duty just got a little bit more life. We're back, baby.
We're back. Season 2 is live and active. So we've got a new map called Bounty Dealership and Lifeline that dropped
Hey.
today, and then in season we'll have Bullet and Grind be dropping. We'll have new modes like Gun Game and Overdrive coming into play. New, obviously, in-game support for that as well, with new weapons and operators and more. We've got a new zombie mode, the Tomb, with a new wonder weapon, the Ice Staff, obviously perks and whatnot coming into play, and then obviously some new events and operators going in, as well as an update for Warzone. So exciting stuff here dropping. So we've got Grind for the Black Ops 2 multiplayer map dropping in the middle of Season 2. So that'll be a interesting drop. I haven't seen this map drop since the original Black Ops 2 DLC. So I'll be excited to see how that plays in Black Ops 6 Omni movement. We also have the Tomb dropping as well. So lots of exciting new maps, modes, and whatnot to be checking out here.
That looks crazy.
Zombies does look insane. It does look insane. We also do have new rank play rewards in Season 2 here, some new gun camos and playing cards. Then we also do have console only dropping with crossplay off on and console only. So if you are on PlayStation, you can have it on where you can play with everyone, console only, or just consecutively off where it's just either the Xbox that you're playing on or the console that you're playing on. So that's exciting as well. So GG's to that. It's an awesome new dub there. So all in all, we've got 5 new maps, 6 new weapons, 3 battle pass weapons. The PPSH returns. We've got an overdrive mode, gun game back, War Machine score streak is coming, Slipstream and Hunter and perks. Everything, man, everything. So going into here, we've got reload speeds being increased on every weapon in Warzone in Season 2. So as you can tell here, here's the laundry list of updates here for everything that went down on this for Warzone. Also, we've got some movement changes for Warzone as well. So we've got the jumping increase here and the parachute increase for speed. So it's a lot of exciting stuff if you guys are a Warzone player, as well as we got some new buffs and nerfs for Warzone guns. So if you are looking to get into Season 2 here, XM4 and the GPR has been nerfed. Ames, Goblin, ASVL, Model L, and the AK have been buffed. So go ahead and check those new guns out as well. And here's a new look at the zombie map. So let's go into a live quick. Okay.
Dude, I had that audio cranked. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, it definitely scared the fuck out of me too.
too.
But yeah, no, the new Zombies looks insane, man. I'm ready to fucking play it. It looks awesome. So I'm sure we'll be playing with Anxious here any day now to get the Easter egg going. Then moving on here, then we also have an outro trailer for Season 6 in Warzone. So let's go into a live listen on this. What the hell happened here, Bo?
Bounty's good. The hunt begins.
Interesting. Cinematics there for the Season 2 outro trailer. Okay, cool stuff there. So a lot of exciting new things popping off for Season 2, as well as the new map Bounty and Dealership. So here are the hardpoint locations for both of these maps. So will we see these brought into rank play? We may not know here. So here's the first Bounty. Not too sure on the hardpoint locations on this one. And then here's Dealership. Thoughts on the minimap and hardpoint locations?
Very
I feel like, yeah, Dealership with all the exploding cars and shit. The tight hard points on that map, though, is kind of weird. Is there elevation on 2 and 4 on the first map?
2 and 4 on the first map. Yeah, it's looking like this one might be upstairs and this one might be downstairs. or they could overlap. I'm not
Looks
entirely
like,
too
This
sure.
looks like a damn advanced warfare map.
Yeah, it does. How boxy it is and stuff.
Interesting.
Actually, yo, it does look like what was that one map that had like the outside area? It was like a night map, kind of like an inside.
This just seems like even if you go to the other one, it seems like it's a mini map for like a jetpack game.
Yeah. What the hell? That's
Yeah,
funny.
it's a lot of empty space. Like, who's gonna be on that bottom two headies on the right here? Like, all the way down. Like,
Yeah.
Seems too
ain't nobody
straight. It
gonna be
seems
over.
too straightforward to be like
Yeah,
a
dealership,
comp
but I
map.
can see Bounty being something. I mean, this mini map
Yo,
looks pretty
I was
cool.
watching Bounty earlier. It looked like they're saying same size as Skyline, same size as Skyline, and it looked pretty, but I don't know how it's playing. But it was a bang out.
Interesting stuff there. Okay. Well, we'll see how that continues to play out going into the rest of this season here. But yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting.
Bomb sites. Interesting.
All right. Then moving on here, then we also have a Terminator exclusive here coming to Black Ops 6. So if you guys want to be a Terminator, you guys can buy that skin in the pack in the store. Oh. Then moving on, then we also have PPSH returning to Black Ops 6 as well. So I think this gun might be new meta in rank play. We'll see
yeah.
how it might correlate here going in the rest of this week here. Then last but not least, we have the PS6 is rumored to be launching in holiday 2027. It's crazy to think that it's already been 5 years since the PlayStation 5 debuted in 2020. So are we thinking about getting in 2 years the PlayStation 6? What's up? What's up?
I'm with it.
Yeah, is there
Probably
a world
will,
where they
yeah.
do, you know how like iPhone does like multitasking? Do you think the console's gonna be able to start doing multitasking, like where you can pull up, say, 2 monitors, plug it into the console, and then have one be like, your Discord and like your music and whatnot, and the other one be your game?
I wish. I
All
hope.
like dual screen UI
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. I
that would
like
be
that.
crazy. I can see that happening.
They should, but I mean,
I mean, I can see it getting, because you know how like consoles are getting closer and closer to being PCs, dude. So I mean, I can see where like that hardware can be used to, be a second
whole
monitor.
ecosystem.
You know what I'm saying? Because you
a
got your,
gaming ecosystem.
because on the iPhone you can be scrolling and then go off Twitter and then go like to Snapchat and still be watching your video on Twitter. So your phone can do it. I don't know why your fucking PlayStation can't. You can stream off PlayStation. You can do everything else. So I mean, who knows? But that's gonna be it for this. That's it, man. That's all I got for you guys here today. Anything else you guys want to speak about or talk about? Anything I forgot about? Anything like that?
I'm just looking forward to watching this weekend. It starts Thursday. It's 10 a.m. my time. I guess 9 a.m. your time, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Starting out, so I'm just excited for that. Get me through the rest of the week, and then chill with the boys, watch some games. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, man. I'm ready to see how everything turns out and how everything commences after this weekend here. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode here. If you guys are still watching it, thank you guys so very much. Mr. AMANE, thank you like always for everything that you do on and off the screen. You're an absolute unit. I couldn't be here without you, my man, for real.
Hey,
And
gotta
Bambi,
have my boys with me.
yes, sir. And Bambi, thank you for everything that you do on and off the screen as well. Your input is thoroughly appreciated on and off the screen as well. And everyone else listening, watching, wherever you guys are, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, thank you guys for listening, watching, commenting, wherever you guys are. We're going to continue to keep running these up for you guys, and hopefully we'll see you guys in a major. But that's going to be it for this series here, this episode here. Thank you guys so much.
One away from 60.
One away from 60. One away from 60. So
That's crazy.
yes, sir. But that's it, man. We'll see you guys next week on the next episode of the BCP. Peace.
Peace.